Cam, you just left a press conference. You know, it seemed like just last week we were saying he's not going anywhere, he's here to stay, and now this sudden surprise.
Yeah, Trev, I'm going to be honest with folks out there. I didn't think Michael Bidwell was going to make this move, but the first step admitting you got a problem is admitting there is a problem. And this team has a lot of problems, especially when it comes to winning. If you kind of take a pulse of the fan base, right, this move needed to happen without question, right? The fan support seems kind of at an all-time low right now. And if you go by the numbers, this is a no-brainer. Bottom line, Jonathan Gannon didn't just win enough here as Cardinals head coach, and that's why he's no longer here. Here's video from just moments ago. Gannon got the news this morning after a morning meeting with owner Michael Bidwell and GM Monty Ossenfort. JG then got to address the team one final time, and then, of course, here he is leaving the facility just a little after noon. Players and assistant coaches have been going in and out of the building all morning, some even stopping to sign autographs for fans. JG, by the way, just won 15 games in 3 seasons here with the Cardinals. They just weren't competitive in the division, weren't competitive at times at all. Players, ownership, and the front office spoke at volumes of the great culture JG created in the locker room and in the building, but none of it added up to winning, and that's why he's no longer here. Cardinals, of course, coming off the worst season in team history, 14 losses, a team record, including losing 13 of their last 14 games. Sure, they led the league in injuries, but bottom line, this is a results business, and the results just weren't there.
As you all know, this is a league about wins and losses. The wins and losses speak for themselves, especially this year. We just felt like we were going in the wrong direction and we needed to change course. Of the totality of all the circumstances, the best decision was to move in a different direction with head coach. But I have worked with Monty for 3 years, and I'm very comfortable and confident in his ability to be our general manager.
There's not a guy that I respect more than JG. He and I came in together. What JG did, it's night and day, that group, what that locker room looks like now from them. So I will always respect. JG is a great man. He's a great coach. So I respect everything that he's done for us to now.
You know, Trev, one of the big questions I know many people have out there, so why is JG fired and GM Monty Ossenfort gets to keep his job? Well, owner Michael Bidwell says he has full confidence in Ossenfort to kind of retool this roster, and he did throw out the word quickly. Some other news and notes, we asked Monty, does he kind of feel some guilt, some accountability in all this? He says without question he's going to look himself in the mirror when it really comes to retooling this roster and getting this team back to winning. Here's the thing, fans have been frustrated a lot this season, and they've shared a lot of those thoughts with me. Well, Michael Bidwell, the owner, he hears the fans' frustration. He's frustrated himself. Remember, teams that hired head coaches 3 years ago when JG got here, heck, 2 years ago, have already turned their teams around and are back in the playoffs. He knows it can be done and is putting some pressure on this organization and the GM to get it done quickly moving forward. As far as what is they're looking for in their next head coach, listen, all the names out there would be pure speculation at this point. They haven't even gotten that far yet, but they do say they want a leader who can continue this culture here and figure out ways to maximize the players that they got on this roster and develop players moving forward. JG talked about that a lot this year. Player development was just lacking at times. And finally, the big question moving forward, is Kyler Murray still the franchise quarterback? They decided not to comment on that just yet, so it's up in the air whether Kyler Murray will be on this team moving forward or not. He's owed about $50 million guaranteed with 2 years left on his contract, so we'll have to see. A lot of questions with this organization moving forward as they now head into the offseason where they're obviously trying to get a new coach, and Tram, they have to figure out what to do at the quarterback position. Back to you.
Yeah, still some unknowns there, Cam, but I'm wondering, did JG say anything at that press conference at all before he left?
No, nothing at all. Nothing at all from JG today. He met with the team. Some players I talked to described his message to them as pretty powerful when it comes to overcoming adversity, and this team faced a lot of adversity this year. And then around noon, right after Bidwell and Monty Ossenfort stepped to the microphone, he got in his car and drove away from the practice facility as he is no longer the coach here for the Arizona Cardinals.
All right, well, hopefully the next head coach will drastically turn things around. Cam, I know you'll have more for us coming up at 4, 5, and 6. Thank you.